Good morning, YouTube. Wanted to get on here real quick. As the title states, I'm really disappointed in all of you. This channel is about being honest, about keeping it real, like the new generation says, about keeping it 100, keeping it a buck, keeping it a $1.50. Whatever terminology you want to use to refer to being honest, right? Being real. And that's what you're going to get here. You can get a lot of bullshit on YouTube. You can just go right down the line and check another channel out that's pretentious, that's just crap. Trying to be nice about it here early in the morning. Not drop too many cuss words, right? Why am I disappointed in you? Well, while I'm very appreciative of each and every one of you, I always make this reference, my day ones. My day ones are people that have been writing from day one, from the 90s, from the time I had a TV show called Keep It on the Real. Real spelled R-E-E-L, play on words, where I interviewed Method Man, Tretch, all kind of hip-hop celebrities. So I'm appreciative of each and every one of you. Don't get it twisted, please. But here's why I'm disappointed. And I know I got a lot of new viewers. Yup. Central Florida Audits Cop Watch. What's good? Good morning. The reason I'm disappointed, and I'm sorry if I missed some messages, I just want to get this off real quick. The reason I'm disappointed is because while I'm a second-generation police accountability activist, my father, Mario Vara, was a pioneer when it came to recording the police and holding police accountable in the 1980s here in Rochester, New York. Some of you know my story. Some of you are new to the channel. By the way, thank you for subscribing. Shout out to all the new subs out there. I appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to all my fans, all my viewers overseas, across the pond, UK, all over the world. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. So why am I disappointed? Well, like I said, while I'm a second-generation police accountability activist, and that will always be something that I'm very passionate about, right? Holding police accountable. At the same time, even though for years I've been accused of not highlighting and not showing police officers doing good deeds, which is absolute bullshit. I've written about cops doing good stuff. I've written about cops and shown cops on video going out of their way to do real, and I mean real community policing. Not this fake bullshit that all these, lip service that all these police chiefs and police officials across the country talk about. Community policing, community policing. Certain phrases you say so much and you don't put no behind it that it becomes watered down and played out and cliche. And I can see the lies and the bullshit a mile away. And most of these police chiefs, yes, I'm talking to each and every one of you. I know I got a lot of police chiefs and a lot of law enforcement viewers and fans. Well, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and maybe you can learn something. Maybe you can learn something from this right here. Most of y'all use the term community policing and you're full of shit. And you know you're full of shit, but you think that you're gonna fool everyone. You may fool a lot of people with that bullshit, and you do, because mainstream media helps you guys and girls, women police chiefs, spread your rhetoric, spread your bullshit. The majority of y'all are not interested in community policing. You just throw that term out there because it sounds good, right? Because it calms the masses. But in reality, it's fucking bullshit. Most of y'all don't know anything about community policing other than the two words put together so that it looks good. So why am I pissed off this morning? What's going on, Davy V? Why are you on this early morning rant on a Sunday morning? Well, here's why. Last week, in the middle of a fucking windstorm, in the middle of 50 and 60 mile per hour winds, Ogden, New York police officer Travis Gray risked his life. No. Let me make something clear here. I'm not trying to, exaggerate what this officer did. He's a police sergeant, by the way, with Ogden, New York Police Department. He literally risked his life walking onto a ice canal where a dog, an innocent, beautiful dog, fell through the ice and was dying. I posted the video of Sergeant Gray's body cam of him rescuing this dog, of him walking out on thin ice. At one point, he drops to his hands and knees, and he's feeling around to see if the ice is strong enough to support his weight. And he saves this beautiful dog. On the video, Sergeant Gray can be heard canceling fire because they had called fire rescue. He had called, but when he realized that this dog was basically about to go under, Sergeant Gray risked his own life at 2 in the morning when most of us are sound asleep. Good morning. When most of us are sound asleep and warm and cozy in our beds, right? This officer, this Sergeant Travis Gray, I'll keep saying his name, of the Ogden, New York Police Department, which, by the way, is a town just outside of Rochester, New York. Still Monroe County, New York. Risked his life to save an innocent animal. And it's not the first time. I'm going to be making a video. I'm not going to get into it right now. Not the first time that Sergeant Gray has saved a beautiful animal. Good morning. Good morning, Davy. Good morning to you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm in the middle of this rant. So what's going on, Davy? I don't get it. Why are you disappointed? Well, this is why. The video has about just over 300 views, right? Of a police officer risking his life to save a beautiful animal. In my book, I don't know about you, just like I'm passionate about calling dirty fucking cops out, cops that got into the profession for the wrong reasons, to abuse, to bully people, to misuse their power, misuse their authority. While I'm quick to call that out, I'm also quick to give praise to heroes out there. And in my book, again, as a second, I got to put my credentials out there. I'm not just speaking shit. As a second-generation police accountability activist who has been doing this over 20 years, in my book, Ogden, New York Police Sergeant Travis Gray is a hero. Is a real hero. To anyone that risks their own life to save a beautiful animal like this man did is a hero. David D'Angelo, good morning. David says he is a hero. And it pisses me the fuck off that my videos of me calling out a cop that pulls me over as retaliation because a month earlier I video recorded him racially profiling a black woman and stopping a black woman in the town that I live. And that video almost has 250,000 fucking views. But a video of a true hero, Ogden, New York Police Sergeant Travis Gray, who at 2 in the fucking morning, when most of us are sound asleep and cozy in our warm beds, this man is in the middle of a fucking windstorm. 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. Walking on thin fucking ice to rescue an innocent, beautiful dog. Why don't videos like that get as many clicks? Why don't videos like that showing a true hero get as many views as the video of Davy V owning a fucking cop? Why? You mean to tell me it's more interesting, more beautiful, more meaningful for a bald-headed Cuban guy with a loud fucking mouth to call out a cop and put a cop in fucking check and let a cop know that I know my rights and that he's not gonna bully me like he bullies everyone else? That's more interesting to all of you. I'm speaking to all of you, subscribers and non-subscribers. Anybody watching this video right now, I'm speaking to. If you don't like it, unsubscribe right now. I'm not into this for the subscriber count. My channel's not even monetized. I'm passionate. Like I said, you'll find real shit on this channel. If you want fake shit and someone that tells you what you want to hear, go down the road. There's a lot of other channels of bullshit, of so-called activists, of so-called auditors. But if you come here expecting I'm going to keep it real, sometimes keeping it real means calling some of y'all out or all of you out. It pisses me off that a beautiful video like that only has about 300 views, but some of my videos of calling out cops have almost 250,000 views. Some have more. Which brings me back to something that I've always talked about. What I don't like about YouTube, what I don't like about social media, is we are living in a very strange time with this whole social media shit. A time where, how do I say this? Controversy and negative shit seems to be more popular than good things, than good deeds, than good humankind, than a hero, a police sergeant risking his life to save an animal. I'm a big animal lover. I'm going to be making a video where I'm going to be personally thanking Officer Gray and Sergeant Gray. And by the way, if he gets to watch this, thank you, Sergeant Gray. Let your actions and your kindness be an example to all of those who get into law enforcement. Unfortunately, many who get into law enforcement for the wrong reasons. You are appreciated, Sergeant Gray. You are recognized. And I will continue to talk about you and your good deeds and your love of animals, which I'll talk about in another video. I know it's not the first time you've rescued an innocent animal, and I want to share that with my viewers, but we'll do that in another video. Look, I'm going to end the rant, okay? I appreciate each and every one of you, but I'm disappointed that more of you haven't shared that video, because that video should have thousands of views right now. That video of Sergeant Gray saving an innocent dog who was drowning, who had seconds left before he went under. And I'm not exaggerating. Watch the video. Watch how that dog moans and cries out for help, and how Sergeant Gray reassures him and ultimately rescues his life. Doesn't wait in his cruiser, nice and warm with the heat blowing on an early morning when the wind is blowing 50, 60 miles per hour. He goes out on that ice. He doesn't wait for fire. He goes out in that ice and literally puts his life by himself. No one there. Risks his life to save this beautiful dog. That video, I don't care what anyone says, that video should have thousands of views right now. Not 300 and something views. And it pisses me off. And it reminds me that as much as I love to do this, and as much as I love to share stuff with you, that's why some of you have seen the channel switch from not just police stuff, but also stuff that I love to do. Thrifting. If I see something that I want to share with y'all, that is the channel that this is going to be. And those of you that don't like it, unsubscribe. I'm not a one-trick pony. I have a lot of interests in life. A lot of stuff I'm passionate about. Not just police issues. No offense to all these channels that are dedicated police channels, but I've been doing this 20 plus years. And it's time for me to evolve onto other things that I want to share. And again, you're not obligated to watch. But know that if you do watch, you're going to get someone that's genuine and that's passionate and that's going to keep it real. Going to keep it 100. Going to keep it $1.50. Going to keep it $1. Whatever saying you got. I have young crowd and older crowd that watches me. Not old, I didn't mean to say that. Older. But all jokes aside, it really does kind of disappoint me that more of you haven't shared a video of a beautiful, beautiful act. A humane act. An act of a police officer. When many times we see cops abusing people and abusing their power and abusing their authority. Instead, we see an officer of the law, a sergeant, risk his own life to save a beautiful animal. And I'm disappointed that more of you haven't shared that video. And I'm disappointed whenever I see the view count on that video and it doesn't have thousands, as it should. Peace.